Good morning, friends. I'm Dr. Yogesh Sarode of Jivan Vikas Mahavidyalaya Devgram. I welcome you all in this session. Today, we will know much about the story The Open Window, written by Hector Hugh Munro, who is known by his pen name Saki also. In the earlier session, we had seen about the author, short summary, plot, and introduced character. Now, in this session, we will see analysis of the story and we'll focus on the theme also. Friend, the story Open Window has a triple structure. The first part beginning with the conversation between Vera and Frampton. The second with the entrance of the aunt. And the third with the return of the hunting party. So this is very important. There's three stages. Saki employs flashback technique. That is important to keep the persons attentive. To divide these three parts, interrupting the present with the story within a story, inspired by Vera's imagined past. Like many of Saki's stories, the open window features a surprise ending when the reader discovers that Vera, whose name signifies veracity, veracity means truth, is ironically anything but truthful. Excuse me. Just as Vera tricks Frampton, so Saki tricks the readers by leading them to believe that Vera is a credible storyteller. He does this in part by making Vera a young girl. In Saki's time, it was rare for a woman to be portrayed as cunning or convincing. Rather, women and girls were frequently cast as the more trustworthy characters, whereas men and boys were the rascals. By casting the troublemaker as female in his story, Saki counters stereotypes about the proper way for young women to behave. Though the story does not cast a girl as a troublemaker, Vera's brand of troublemaking is distinct from that of Saki's male characters in other stories. She relies on her imagination to execute pranks, whereas Saki's boys' characters usually rely on destruction or aggression. Saki's characterization of Vera also provides some clues to the careful reader about Vera's true nature. Chief among them is his characterization of Vera as a storyteller whose specialty is romance at short notice. Critics have often understood Vera to be a representation of Saki. So we find the germs of the author in Vera's character and a personification of narrative authority. Vera is also an important character in the story Open Window because she introduces childhood, a theme common in many of Saki's stories. Saki frequently portrays childhood as an unfortunate state of children being trapped in a boring adult world. This perspective stems in part from Munro's own upbringing. Like many of Saki's children, Vera is under the watch of the aunt, an imposing figure from whom she desires escape. The window is a representation of this desire to escape. So, window is symbolic. It is a symbolic window to a different world through which Vera can travel into a alternate reality entirely of her own making. And in this way, Vera's uh, tales are a means of escapism from life in the boring adult world. Saki's stories frequently satirize and subvert the order of the Edwardian upper middle class world, of which Munro was a part. In the open window, he does this by troubling and transforming the rural and calm setting of the formal house visit. Vera's story imbues the otherwise bannered and bourgeois scene with a grim tale of death and delusion. The tale becomes darker still when the aunt enters because the Saki continues to describe the setting as a cheerful one, even amidst the aunt's clear and tragic misunderstanding. Using words like bustled, whirl, and cheerfully, Saki subverts the traditional setting of the Edwardian sitting room with a grotesque. This transformation is necessary to liven up the boring and mundane life in Edwardian society. So, this is what is actually the analysis of this story in short way. Friends, as far as the themes of the story is concerned, we will focus on theme in detail. We find various themes to cope the situation and to focus that Edwardian era. So, first theme we find in the story is the wildness or chaos versus order of the society. See how Saki disrupts the otherwise placid house visit with such strange occurrences as a supposed ghost, seating, and a tragic death. The open window is the vessel through which this chaos enters the orderly seating room scene. The particular type of chaos Saki utilizes in this story is closely related to his fascination with the wild. It involves wild dogs, dangerous terrain, and a forest. Saki commonly uses chaos to mock the customs of English society, preferring the chaotic to the boring order of adult life. Now, second theme we find is the empowerment at expense of adults. Closely related to Saki's preference of chaos over order is his frequent positioning of children as foils for frail adult characters. Vera, the child in the story, repeatedly bests the adult characters with the power of her imagination. She finds a particularly good target in Frampton, whose nerves make him a natural audience for her trickery. Then, third theme that we can uh, discuss is the desire to escape, and this is very important. Both Frampton and Vera possess a strong desire to escape. Vera seeks escapes from her adult world she inhabits through her imagination and storytelling. Frampton is brought to the rural town out of a desire to escape and recover from his nerve disorder. While Vera's escape proves fruitful and entertaining, Frampton's is not so successful. It provokes more chaos than calm. Then we find power of story telling is also discernible here. Saki commonly uses the story within a story technique in his work. He takes this a step further in the open window by using Vera as a storyteller to convey a theme about storytelling as an art form. Saki and Vera both rely on the short story to fool their audience. As one who relied mainly on the short story to capture his ideas, Saki includes storytelling in this work to communicate its a unique compatibility with the comedic tale. Then we find the theme of rural calmness also. This theme is closely related to the chaos versus order theme. Several characters allude to the supposed peacefulness of the rural setting. Frampton's doctors suggest it as a retreat to calm his nerves, and Frampton himself is surprised to find that tragedy would ever occur in the rural landscape. Ironically, the setting becomes another source of anxiety for Frampton with the addition of Vera's storytelling. Then we can find satirization of Edwardian society. Saki is well known for his satirical illustrations of Edwardian English society. The open window is yet another example of these satirical writings. Mockingly, Saki exposes the absurdity of the house fidget during conversations between Frampton and Mrs. Sapleton. Both find the encounter purely horrible, and Mrs. Sapleton can barely contain a yawn as her guest discusses his medical idiosyncrasies. And lastly, we find comedy also, because comedy plays a significant role in the open window. It is, comedy is not overflowing actually, but we find hidden comedy in open windows in the story. Vera's stories, although perhaps initially credible, are revealed at the end to be fantastical and comedic fantasies of a child's making. Thus, the comedy is positioned as a refreshing contrast to the dull and adult setting and lifestyle. So, these are the themes we find in this short story. Now, as far as some symbols and allegory and some other literary devices are concerned, we'll focus that part. So, one point is important here, that is supernatural motive. Until readers understand Vera's deception, the supernatural motif invades and transforms the otherwise calm Edwardian sitting room. As the men approach the house, they are described in horror, including language. They are three figures, not men, that appear in the deepening twilight and noiselessly approach the house like phantasm. Afterward, Frampton bolts as though he had seen a ghost. Through Vera, Saki uses the supernatural to bring some liveliness to the otherwise boring and quotidian setting. Okay, so you find the jumps of supernatural also, which makes the readers tense for some time, and that creates interest in the story. Then, secondly, we find adult fragility. Adult characters are frequently satirized in Saki stories. In naming his adult characters in the open window, Saki highlights their fragility. The nut in Nuttel implies that he is a nutty or mentally unstable. The sap in Sapleton connotes foolishness and gullibility. Only child in the story, Vera, exploits their adult fragility for her entertainment and fools both of them through her youthful imagination. Then see window, that is symbolic. The window is at once a symbol of Orne's hope that her husband and brothers will return, and a symbol of Vera's expansive imagination. Vera uses the window as a means to escape the boring adult world and reimagine a more fantastical reality. Now, again, we find the theme of man versus nature. Man versus nature. A theme in many of Saki's story is a battle between man and nature. A huge follower of Darwin, Saki's stories frequently feature struggles between different species. In the open window also, as in many of his other stories, nature prevails. For example, in Vera's first fabricated story, the hunters drown in a bog, BOG. In her second fabrication, several dogs chase Frampton Nuttall into an empty grave. So here we find man is in contrast with the nature. Now, as far as literary devices are concerned, we find uh, various devices like metaphors, similes, irony also. See, the title of the story, Open Window, is itself a metaphor for the power of storytelling as a means of entertaining through humor and trickery. Reading the story is like looking out the window in Mrs. Sapleton's parlor, the window that Vera controls, and through which the storyteller and a trickster advises her own creations. Now, the open window has an irony. See, Vera's name is actually a verbal irony. Vera's name is a play on the word veracity. Veracity means truth. Ironically, she is a trickster of the story, always spinning a new tale to her audience. Okay, so this is what is uh, the literary devices. So, friends, in this part, I have tried to discuss about the analysis of the story and theme also, and some literary devices. So, I hope you would have understood the story in a better way, considering these literary devices and analysis parts. So, friends, in the next session, we will discuss some important issues related with this story. So, I stop here. Thank you. Good day.